This video is sponsored by water. Stay hydrated. Hello everyone and welcome to another Doctor Who tier list video. These tier lists seem to be going down quite well with all of you. So first and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching these tier list videos. My most recent one being the Cybermen tier list video, which has garnered nearly 300 views at the time of recording. I want to give a special thanks to all of you for watching, and if you're brand new to the channel, then please do feel free to subscribe. You are very welcome to join us on the journey to 1,000 subscribers, so please subscribe for more Doctor Who content. If you enjoyed the video, then give this a like, and also hit the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post in the future, as long as YouTube's algorithm suits it. So today we're going to have a different sort of tier list. We've tackled the Dalek designs and the Cybermen designs, and I've also gone through some of my personal favourite Doctor Who action figures in a recent video that I did as well. But today we're back with tier lists, and it is to do with all of the outfits what the Fourth Doctor wore. The Fourth Doctor, of course, is my favourite Doctor, and I'm sure he's a favourite Doctor for many other people. What this is all about is essentially ranking all the outfits which were worn by Tom Baker as the Fourth Doctor, and the curator, and Tom Baker himself, as there's a couple of things like his appearance in Doctor Who Night, which also will make a sneaky little cameo appearance in this list. So first and foremost, let's go right from the very beginning of the Fourth Doctor era, starting off with his regeneration outfits. So we have the outfit which was John Pertwee's outfit from Planet of the Spiders, and the Fourth Doctor wears it at the beginning of his first story, Robot. We also have him in his sort of like pyjama outfit, and he's got a Viking one. He's got like I guess a royal outfit, and he's also got a circus outfit. I'm just going to place all of them in C because essentially it's just all regeneration outfits. One of them is just the previous Doctor's outfit. You don't really see it all that much, and likewise the same goes for all of the others. Next up we have the Safari outfit, which the Fourth Doctor wore for the majority of his entire first season. Now, I'm just going to put the main outfit in S. There's also another sort of variant of this costume which comes without the necktie. I'm going to put the version without the necktie at A, because I personally think that the necktie just completely, well, it completes the outfit. The reason why I put in the Safari outfit at S is because it's probably, I say probably, it depends on interpretation really. I'd say it's probably the most identifiable outfit of the Fourth Doctor's, because this is the outfit you see throughout the Fourth Doctor's title sequence in his first 6 years, and it's been released as a toy so many times as well. We've had things like the Product Enterprises version. It was released by Character Options, and it was released, I want to say, by Dennis Fisher. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, it's just really good, from the grey trousers to the red safari jacket. And of course, I love the scarf. I think this version of the multicolored scarf is really nice, and also I just love the fedora hat. Everything about this costume just screams Fourth Doctor. It's instantly recognisable. It is one of the most iconic costumes in the programme's history, if not the most iconic. But is it my favourite? Well, we'll find out later on in this list, won't we? Next up, we have got the duffel coat version, which appeared in some stories throughout Tom Baker's first season. It notably appeared in stories like The Ark in Space, The Sontaran Experiment, and Genesis of the Daleks. I think the most prominent it was in The Sontaran Experiments when the Fourth Doctor fights Steyer. I quite like the duffel coat. Underneath he's just wearing his normal safari jacket, of course. But I think the duffel coat comes in handy for when the Fourth Doctor visits alien planets. So for that, I'm going to put it in A. I'm going to put it just underneath the safari jacket without the necktie, because I still do just prefer the safari jacket. I think it is more recognisable. But I still quite like the duffel coat. I guess it's recognisable just for being in those stories, because season 12 is like a pretty solid season. I say quite solid because we also have Revenge of the Cybermen. Hey, there's that story again. Yeah, Revenge of the Cybermen. Let's just not talk about that story. Next up, we have the sort of weird outfits that the Fourth Doctor wore in parts in Genesis of the Daleks. This is nothing special because it only features in a small part of this 6-part story. So for that, I'm going to put it in C. It's not something which I hate, but it's something which to the average viewer is quite forgettable, because it's something which we never saw ever again. I guess if we saw this, say, in other stories after this, if the outfit got reused somehow, then maybe it might go higher, just simply for the amount of times it was reused. If you think about the Sanctuary Base 6 spacesuit, which was worn by the 10th Doctor, that was used quite a few times, and that became iconic later on. I guess if the same thing applied here, then it would at least go in B, but yeah, it just goes in C. Not terrible, it's not something I hate, but it's not something which is all that memorable unless you really know Genesis of the Daleks. Next up we have the outfit which the Fourth Doctor wore in Terror of the Zygons. He didn't wear it that much. I like the tartan scarf, I love the Tomashanta hat, but that's about it as far as this goes. It looks basically just like your normal duffel coat Fourth Doctor, and that's it. I'm just going to put this in B. Might be controversial, but it doesn't appear all that much. But when it does appear, it is good. I would have liked to have seen it more, perhaps, but again, if we saw it more, maybe it might have took away from the whole story, because we've got a lot of other great things in that story, such as the Zygons, and it's a great story for people like Harry Sullivan, and of course it is the Brigadier's last appearance for a number of years, until he appears again in the Peter Davison era. Right, so after that we have a sort of weird outfit combo. I've never really had a proper opinion about this one, so this is going to be interesting. It's the outfit what Tom Baker wore in Planet of Evil. It's the last variation of the safari jacket, and as you know, that the main version of that is in S. I love the safari jacket. This one has a few differences. Mainly, this one has the cravat, and this same cravat, or a very similar cravat at least, makes more appearances in later stories in seasons 13, 14, and I think it appears in 15 as well. I could be mistaken. I don't remember season 15 as much as 13 and 14 for reasons I won't explain. I might do a video on that in the future. But Planet of Evil version, I'm going to put in B. Also in this story, the Fourth Doctor doesn't use his scarf all that much, and this outfit here doesn't really show that. So you can't really have a Fourth Doctor without a scarf. I'm just going to put it in B. I'm going to put it above the Terror of the Zygons version, though, just to be controversial, because I still really love the Safari jacket, and it's also the last appearance of it that we see in the show. Next up, we have the version of the costume which first appeared in Pyramids of Mars, and then it appeared sporadically throughout the next couple of seasons, let's say. And this outfit, for me at least, just screams Tom Baker. Again, we have the cravat, we have the scarf, of course. It's just the coat. The coat is something which I absolutely adore. So for that, it goes in S. Simple as that. It goes above the Season 12 Safari jacket. Next up, we have the grey outfit, I suppose you could call it. And this featured in stories like The Android Invasion, The Brain of Morbius, and The Seas of Doom, all of which are stories which I absolutely adore. I adore this costume. It works really well. I particularly like the version of fedora hat that comes with this costume, because I think it was a different one. It was like a green one, whereas before it was just brown. So I quite like that. You still have the sort of same combination going on underneath with the same waistcoat and the same cravat. I think it's the same scarf as well. Apart from that, I really love this. I really love the coat. I like the patchwork on this around the elbows and things like that. Very, very nice. So this goes in S. I'm just going to place it below the Safari jackets because I do prefer the Safari jacket. Next up, we've got two costumes coming from one story. It's from the Deadly Assassin. We have the Fourth Doctor in Time Lord robes. I'm going to put this in A. I'm also going to put the Fourth Doctor as seen in the Matrix on Gallifrey in A, just underneath the Time Lord robes. The Fourth Doctor in Time Lord robes, it's quite an iconic moment in this really excellent story by Robert Holmes. It's one of my personal favourite stories of all time. The Deadly Assassin is just, oh, it's brilliant. I highly recommend that you check it out. For the Matrix version, I just think the simplicity of the white shirt and the boots just work really well. We also have another jacketless version, which appeared in some scenes, like you typically get it inside the TARDIS and things like that. Doesn't have his coat on, doesn't have his scarf, but I think this is definitely the best variation of the outfit without the scarf and without a jacket. So for that, I'm going to put that at A. Next up is his Sherlock Holmes outfit. God, this is good. I just love this. It goes in S tier without question. This is probably the best one-time outfit that the Fourth Doctor ever had. It just works so well just for the talons of Weng Chiang. It's just perfect. Everything about it, from the Deerstalker hat just to the amazing coat he wears, it's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It goes in S. Next up we have an outfit which is sort of a continuation of previous outfits that the Fourth Doctor wore, but there's a few differences, like with the scarf, and he's no longer wearing his cravat or a necktie or anything like that. It's just usually a plain shirt underneath in his later seasons. This I think is alright. I'm just going to put in B, because personally I think I do prefer the scarves from his earlier seasons, mainly in the Philip Hinchcliffe era. That being said though, I do quite like the season 16 variation of the outfit. Again, I'm just going to put this in B though. The version of the outfit which was seen in stories like The Power of Krull and The Armageddon Factor though, I do quite like. I'm just going to put this in A. I do quite like the coat, it's very good. But I think where it really excels is in stories like City of Death, and this is another slot entirely. The City of Death version goes in S because I think that is the most iconic version of this particular outfit that appeared in some stories from seasons 16 and 17. As I said, I think the coat is what does it for me, and I'd say it is the most iconic outfit of the Fourth Doctor's to come out of the Graham Williams era. Next up is the Nightmare of Eden version. I'm sorry, but this goes in D. There's no scarf or anything, and I think the jacket he wears here, it just looks sort of bland without the scarf on top of it. It doesn't help either that Nightmare of Eden is a story which I don't particularly think is that good. The waistcoat version from Sharda is alright. I'm just going to put it at the bottom of C though, because I don't think it's anything all that special. We don't really see it that much. His main outfit from Sharda is alright though, so for that I'll put it in B. I'll just put it underneath the Terror of the Zygons version though. This coat is like a darker version of the coat which was first seen in season 13. Next up is the season 18 outfit. If there was one outfit I could choose out of anyone from Doctor Who to wear in real life, then it would be this one. I absolutely adore this one. I love the burgundy coat. I love the red and blue scarf. Just everything about it. It's so great. Even little things like the red trousers and the brown boots that he wore in some of the stories. Some of the stories he did wear shoes as well, but when I think about this outfit, I do think about the boots that he wears. If there's only one thing that I dislike about this, it is the question marks on the collar piece. I just think that it just ruins it slightly. Nevertheless, I absolutely adore this outfit. So for that, I'm putting this in S tier. I'm putting this below the Pyramids of Mars version. The reason why it doesn't win is because I think the Pyramids of Mars version has stood the test of time better. I think it is the more iconic version of the Fourth Doctor's costume, and you could argue that with the Safari outfit from season 12 as well. But due to personal preference of outfits, I do prefer the season 18 version, so it does come a close second. What lets this down is the simple matter of the question marks. The coatless version from season 18 is alright, but that's just about it. The waistcoat is okay, but again, it shows off much more of those question marks. I don't think it's terrible. I'll just put this in B. Now on to something completely different. It is the Doctor Who Night outfit that Tom Baker wore. He wore this while he was presenting a Doctor Who Night. Whether he was in character as the Doctor or not, or whether he was himself, who knows, to be honest, because sometimes you could feel that Tom Baker really was Doctor Who. This very flamboyant outfit, it looks more Pertwee-ish rather than Tom Baker in my opinion, but I still quite like it. It's not what I think of though when I think of the Fourth Doctor. I think it feels wrong having him without the scarf, but it is smart. I'm going to put this in C, and I'm just going to put this in between his regeneration outfit and the pyjamas that he wears in Robot. Finally, we are on to the curator outfit in which Tom Baker wore in The Day of the Doctor. The curator. What even is that character? I do like this because Tom Baker's potentially playing a different incarnation of the Doctor, therefore he'll be wearing a different outfit to the long coat and scarf that we're used to, and it is an older Tom Baker, many years after he originally played the role. In context of the character that he plays in The Day of the Doctor, it works. So for that, I think I'm just going to put this in B. It's around the middle mark for me. And that is my ranking of the Fourth Doctor costumes, or Tom Baker costumes, as there were a couple in there towards the end, which weren't actually the Fourth Doctor. But nevertheless, the majority of it has been the Fourth Doctor. Once again, it has been an absolute pleasure making this tier list for all of you. If you enjoyed this video, then once again, I implore you to like this video, comment below with what your personal favourite variation of the outfit is, and subscribe for more Doctor Who content, including more Doctor Who tier lists. Thank you once again, take care, and I shall see you next time.